Amks fans.
Leave a link below. So, sound familiar? Yep. In the film 28 Days Later, an Ebola zombie film, it is a modified Ebola virus.
I want you guys to hear this shit. This guy's saying it's fake.
Virus that sets off an apocalyptic chain reaction. The Ebola virus is used by the scientists as a carrier for the inhibitor, which mutated into rabies. Now we are seeing fake Ebola zombie stories in the media. Why do you think that is? What can go wrong, right? Wake up. Ebola vaccine equals zombie virus. So, we gotta alert people what's coming. And so share this image if you can. I'll leave a link below. And by the way, just to be clear, if you doubt for 1 second that a zombie virus scenario is not possible, then you just have a short attention span, or you've been living under a rock. If you think a mutated virus can occur and we can't turn into a zombie-like state or a rabid animal type state, you better wake up, because we can. We absolutely can. Now, for those of you unaware or you've forgotten, remember 2012, we had a string of real-life zombie cannibal attacks, starting with the one in Florida with Rudy Eugene, then many more after that. And bath salts.
Incident, including what triggered it.
He's walking around with physical therapy. He's talking with us.
Surgeons describe the progress of Ronald Popo, a homeless man who was the victim of a gruesome face-eating attack. They also released pictures of the 65-year-old who remains in hospital following the attack on a bridge in downtown Miami, which show the extent of his injuries.
When Mr. Popo arrived, he really couldn't make out his identity or what his...
I want to read you what it says.
In a second photo, Popo is seen walking with help from hospital staff.
Wow.
Police are investigating the attack, which involved 31-year-old Rudy Eugene, who was found naked and chewing on Popo's face.
And that started a string of apparently random cannibal attacks, including some in China.
Some weird shit going on in the world today. Soldiers are being trained to shoot zombies.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that these incidents were not so random.
Determined that Rudy Cannibal Eugene wasn't under the influence of synthetic drugs when he chewed off the face of the man in Miami. Canada, and this is in China too, man. Important alert from Chinese state media. No, Ebola isn't a zombie virus. Ebola claims that victims rising from the dead heat up Twitter. CDC, BEMA zombie programming. This is what it says from the CDC. Zombie.
So as you can see, this is quite real and quite possible. Okay. In this clip, I'm about to show.
Let me tell you something, guys. I went to the doctor's today. First thing I saw was if you've been out of the U.S. for more than 3 months, they want to know because of this fucking hybrid disease that's floating around right now. You know what I mean? And the CDC has a public health warning, preparedness 101, zombie apocalypse. This is by the CDC.gov. This is their blog. No shit, dude. .gov. Public health awareness. It says, better be safe than sorry. So, what do you need to know before zombies or hurricanes pandemics, for example, actually happens. First, you should know all the emergency kits in your house. They're telling you what you need for a zombie apocalypse on the CDC blog at .gov. It's blogs.cdc.gov. Public health matters. This is real stuff. You mean? And I've been saying it for decades. And just in case you guys don't know what CDC, and it doesn't mean Department of the Correctional, because that is CDC too, but this is Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Lovely place. Hearing? It's not a hoax, guys. They've imported it. Obama brought someone over. You know what I mean? The Ebola victim in America. Right? Ebola victim. Okay, freeze. U.S. Where are they now? CNN. This is CNN, guys. That's news on TV. The fatality in the USA right now. Doctors are marks second in the U.S. It's going to be a fatality, they say. They have got it global. Check it out. Alright, Goddess Radio. Goddess Radio. Saying what you guys think, but are too afraid to say. Grow heart. I've been sick for way too long. Haven't played guitar. Haven't done anything. So, some other crazy stuff is going on in our world. Besides what we already know, is the transgender. I don't know if you guys heard transgender. It's good stuff. Hey, everybody has the right to wear and be whatever they want. It's America, right? We shouldn't impose anybody's things. But now they're saying that Venus Williams and Serena Williams were actually born as boys. Father gave them hormone steroids. You know what I mean? To make them girls. Before puberty. Is that child abuse? I think that is. Justin Bieber. Girl. Transgender. Let's look it up. It's crazy. Great big movement, you know. Here we go. 10 women that you didn't know are transgenders living in a transgender childhood. Look at this. Is this child abuse? I don't know.
It was adorable how much they wanted to be like us, so we offered to mentor them.
It's time for a sing-off.
Backstreet's back, alright! Yeah! Ain't that be a lesson, son?
That.
Haha.
It looks like any other childhood. Days in the park, your head in the sun, reading stories and fairy tales in a world you've made all your own. No worries, no stress. Except that is not especially true for this young child.
could die or bleed to death.
So now you know better not to do that, right?
I want to, though.
Her name is Josie Romero, and for as long as she can remember, Josie's been trying to break free from a nightmare that few children will ever know.
Do you want a hug? I'm sorry.
To help Josie, her mother Vanessa is prepared to go to lengths most parents could not imagine.
I was in such a desperate state to get my child okay.
Their story begins in 2001 when Vanessa gave birth to a son, Joey. He was the center of a loving, blended family with stepfather Joseph, an Air Force engineer, and later an adopted baby sister, Jade. But the family scrapbook doesn't show the problems Joey was having by age 3.
Temper tantrums, awful. Glass shattering, piercing, yelling, crying fits.
What did the doctor say was wrong?
Joey's depressed. Let's give him Prozac.
Prozac.
Yeah.
Okay, what else?
We needed medication to help Joey sleep.
Doctors also prescribe medicine for anxiety, ADHD, and Tourette syndrome.
There were 14 different medications, 17 doses a day.
Okay, that sounds insane.
It was. My child was broken, and there was something really wrong. I just wanted it fixed.
But there was something else about Joey.
Her name is now Josie.
Vanessa never thought was a problem to discuss with doctors. Her son seemed to prefer his little sister's toys and clothes.
If we'd go into the store, Joey would already start heading over to the little girl's clothes, even just for socks, anything. And I'd say, no, we're here for you, not your sister, and start dragging my child over to the boys' socks or t-shirts or whatever.
Vanessa didn't see a connection between Joey's obsession with dress-up and his behavioral problems until a routine physical changed everything. They were wrapping up the visit when the doctor noticed the way 6-year-old Joey was playing with his toy.
Joey lifts his shirt and starts breastfeeding the doll, and the doctor said, I think your child may have gender identity disorder. And I'm like, what? And the doctor said, like transgender.
As you may have figured out by now, Joey is Josie, born a boy, but now living as a girl. When you were little, did you feel like you were trapped in the wrong body?
Yeah.
How old do you think you were when you started feeling like that?
When I started to know,
Yeah.
I always knew.
Back then, the family was living on a military base in Okinawa, Japan, far from any specialist. But Vanessa learned more about the condition from online support groups.
Okay. Is it possible? I'm reading, a boy who was a girl falls in love with a girl who was a boy. Okay. It doesn't sound like they're messed up. They even had transgender summer camp for kids. Okay, I don't know about anybody else, but child abuse comes to my mind. How about yours? And it's in recording live. Goddess Radio, saying what you all are thinking or too afraid to say. They've got the satanic industry, the Luciferians, the Illuminati, I Am Jazz, A Family in Transition, Part 1 to 3. I don't get it anymore. God forbid. Goddess Radio.